Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of To Be a Better Speaker. So, what am I talking about this week? Excuse me. Speaking is a whole body experience. There you go. Speaking is a whole body experience. And you're thinking, well, the words come out of here. Yes, I can hear it. And excuse me, I'm just going to go back to here so that I'm not going to be listening to this bit. Okay. Right. Otherwise, there's going to be some interference. Got it. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, looks like there will be some interference. Right, okay, so I'm going to get a bit of delayed feedback. We'll carry on. I was talking about speaking is a whole body experience. The last couple of weeks, we've been talking about where in your body do you feel either about I'm nervous, I'm shy, I'm not confident, I'm not cut out for this speaking thing, or I'm a confident speaker. I've got this. People need to hear what I've got to say. Now, where in your body have you done this exercise? I do trust that you have. It was a journaling thing. You wrote at the top of your journal on one page, I'm shy, I'm not confident, I'm whatever your limiting self-script, your internal script is. And then where in your body were you feeling this? Because I can show you literally, I hold my stress just here in a little ball, about the size of a squash ball, okay, just about there. And it's dark and it's black and it's dense. And that's where I hold my stress. So I know that when I've got that feeling, oh, there's all sorts of stressy stuff happening. And that's when I exhale, I breathe out, I let it go. So then I move into that, I'm confident, I've got this. And that with that comes not only the change in the internal script, it comes with a change of feeling in your body. Well, it does for me. And that's why I'm suggesting the second page of your journal on the other side. You write out that I am confident. I am a brilliant speaker. I have a powerful message to share. And then under that is where you experience and write out where in your body you feel it. Now, I've literally come off a call with somebody who is about to do her TEDx on Thursday. And I was sharing with her the importance of a resource anchor. Now, if you've done any NLP, any neuro-linguistic programming, you may well have come across this concept of a resource anchor. So what am I talking about? Well, this is where you feel into an experience you've had where you felt, in this case, supremely confident. You got this. You can tackle anything. And then you choose somewhere on your body that you're not going to touch by mistake. It's not going to be an incidental touch. So the palm of your hand is not ideal because, you know, when you shake hands, it's going to get stimulated. So this is somewhere that is unique to you and is important for you. Now, this lady I was talking to earlier, she started life, she was a professional and even a professor of French horn. So for her, when she was on stage, her French horn used to sit in the crook of her hand so that she had then the fingers on the valves. So this was where she was in a really confident place. She knew what she was doing. So this is where we're anchoring her resource anchor in the crook of her hand. Now, she started off with doing it thumb and finger, but I was saying to her, remember back to when you felt supremely confident with your horn in your hands. It was more of a whole, you got more than a single point. There was more of a shape with the horn over you there. So that's where we're going. this is what she's going to be doing just before she goes on stage on Thursday. And we were feeling into times when she was completely confident. She got it, no questions asked. And I asked her to go back to a memory, to see what she saw, hear what she heard, feel what she felt. And if smells are important to you, was there any particular smell about it? Was there any particular taste? Were you chewing gum? Did you have some cotton candy? Was there a tenth of a mint? This lady's going with Altoids with wintergreen. So she's got the smell, she's got the taste, and she's really anchoring in a whole body experience of feeling supremely confident. As she's feeling all of this, her hand goes in here and she's anchoring, literally anchoring all those wonderful feels into this point on her body. Now, when I go on stage, I put my hand here. Now, some people think that it looks as though I'm sort of unhappy about my voice. Well, no, this is my resource anchor, because when I was a teenager, going through school, through high school, there were some attacks on young girls in the town that I lived in. So we had the local constabulary, we had the local police around, giving us girls a course in self-defense. And one of them was how to, if somebody comes behind you with a stranglehold from behind, how do you get out of it? Well, long and short of it is you grab hold of their wrist, drop down onto that knee, and their momentum takes them over your shoulder. Well, the local press got word of this, and there was actually a photograph in the local rag of me throwing a 6'4" policeman over my shoulder. And I'm 5'3" 3/4. If you're in metric, it's a big differential. Okay. So this is where I feel supremely confident, because if I can throw a very tall policeman over my shoulder, I can handle anything. So this is my resource anchor. And this is where I put all of those wonderful, supremely confident feels. I anchor them here. And this is where, if you see me on stage, just before I go out in front of a load of people, or any situation where I'm feeling a little bit, the stress is hitting here, I reframe what I'm saying. I redo my rewire process. I breathe out that, I've recognized what I'm saying to myself. I've breathed it out, I've exhaled. I am flipping it to the reframe. I've done the W, the wonder and the investigate. That's kind of gone quickly through. I've gone to the reframe, given myself a different script. I can do this. Confident. My message is more important than any nerves. That's really important. So that's my new script. My message is really important. It's bigger than any of my nerves. I'm serving my audience, and that is going to be the reframe. And that's where I go. And I will remember all those times when I felt supremely confident. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a thought about speaking. I threw a policeman over my shoulder. That's a time when I felt confident. The fact that it was photographed and I can go back and look at it in the local newspaper cutting is another matter entirely. But you get my point. You go back into a memory and really inhabit that memory. You see what you saw, you hear what you heard, you feel in your body what you felt. If taste, if smell are really important to you as well, what was going on there? Have that whole body experience and anchor it into a place that is particular to you. I'll give you another example. One of our, again, a TEDx example. We had a young lad who was in his first run through. He was visibly shaking. Now, this gentleman was about 19, I think, and he was visibly shaking before he did his first run through. So I pulled him aside after the run through and he said, right, is there a time where you've ever felt supremely confident? He said, yes, there is. I said, well, tell me about it. So as we were talking about it, I said, where in your body would you like to anchor that? And he said, well, what happened after that was this gentleman, his mentor, put a hand on his shoulder and said, you've got this, son. So that was where he anchored his, a hand on his shoulder. So during the week, I got him to do lots of those examples of situations where he felt supremely confident, and to, as he was really feeling into it, put a hand on his shoulder, put his own hand on his shoulder, and really anchor in. You literally are anchoring in the whole feel of it into your body. He went out on stage on rehearsal nights and on the actual day, put his hand on his shoulder, not a sign of nerves. There was no shaking. His voice was confident, his voice was firm, and he delivered a brilliant talk. One that was very well remembered, I may add. So, my point is, speaking is a whole body experience. If you're coming to the idea of speaking from a nervous perspective, do you remember we were talking about nervous and excited? And we could meet in the middle and go for excitement, leading with the excitement, because that's where we're heading. Not completely letting go of the nerves, because as I said to you last week, if our speakers feel a bit nervous, I'm happy, because it shows that they're alive, they're alert, they want to do a good job. And then we employ the resource anchor, they feel that confidence, and off they go. So speaking is a whole body experience. I would love to know how you get on with this week. You acknowledge where you're feeling it in your body, you recognize what you're saying to yourself, you exhale, you get rid of all that stress, you think about it, where's it come from? Is it mine? No, it's not. Is there any time that this could be useful to me? Yeah, probably not. What are you going to say to yourself instead? The R of rewire. And where can you anchor that in your body? And then you celebrate. You get excited. And you have some form of a recognition of the new version of you, the new script you're telling yourself. Have an epic week, guys, and do let me know how you get on with this. For now, bye from me.